said, "Is this a pyramid?" I said, "What's a pyramid?" Well, he said, "Where the top guy makes all the money and the other guys are pushing him up." I said, "Are you talking about your job?" He was a tree cutter. I said, "How long have you been cutting trees?" 6 years. I said, "Wow, you must like tree cutting." "Not really. I mean, it pays good." I said, "So when you started 6 years ago, were you financially independent?" "No." I said, "Are you now financially independent?" He said, "No." I said, is your finances pretty much the same?" He said, "I guess it was." I said, "That's a 6-year scam." You know what the worst scam is? A 40-year scam. Where people work for 40 years and they still are on a job. Just over broke. That means J-O-B, right? Just over. Other people, they might have millions of dollars in the bank. I don't know where your here is, but we all have a there, right? We all want to get there. And so, how do you get there? Most of the time it's with people. People will help you get there. If you go there alone, you will be an old, lonely man or woman. I don't want to be there alone. I don't want to start, have a goal and a vision, and get there and realize, what is it all about? I got there. I know people that are millionaires. They have no need for money, but they're not happy. So I've come to the conclusion that happiness is when you do that, when you're going there with people. It's important that we take people with us. I'm going to break this down so simple that my little 10-year-old should be able to do this plan too, right? We all got to start somewhere. And so you're starting right here at, you open your account. Find somebody else, 2 people, to open their account. You start and you get them to start. You know what I've seen in the steps of life is that there is a gap between the step. This is the next step. The second step, if you don't go to the training, that's this step right here is training. You go to the training. Rudy, didn't you do that? Did you get started and then you went to training? There you go. Did you get started? Then you went to training. Then what happened? Notice that in the kickboard of every step, there's a gap. Rudy got started. He was on here, fired up. You were excited. You were on a cold call. You were doing stuff, and then it just like happened, and boom. Right? He went down to the bottom. What happened when you wanted to do this again? Had to get started. So many people come here and they get fired